Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Marilyn, if you don't know me. Just kidding, it's Jordy. I have transformed myself into somewhat of a Marilyn Monroe for the last 15 years. Probably at least 5 times, and I've never filmed it for my channel. I normally use my own hair and I just style it, but my hair is way too dark right now, and I feel like the platinum is so necessary to do a Marilyn. So this wig is from the Halloween store, and it's very bad. This is what it looked like before, and after a little bit of finessing, it's still bad. I can probably make it look better in Facetune. This isn't my favorite Marilyn look that I've done, of course, when I'm filming, but I do feel like these instructions will help if you're trying to do a Marilyn glam. Marilyn Monroe has always been in my house since I was a kid. My mom had pictures of her on the walls. There was Marilyn books in my house, and she's always been someone who I kind of felt connected to. From what I've read, she definitely seems like she had some demons, some insecurities, some mental illness, and she still took over the world. And it's so sad that it ended in a tragedy, but I don't know, I just find her inspirational, and yeah, I've always felt kind of connected to her. Maybe we're related, I don't know. If you want to see how I did this makeup, me and my bad wig, then keep watching. I just turned on my camera, and I usually film in manual. At least I think that's what M stands for. I don't know anything about cameras at all. But when I put it in manual, what I always film in, it looks like there's VCR static only on the background. Like it cannot handle my blue background. Someone explain. It looked kind of cool, but I think it would definitely be a bit irritating to watch this video with VCR static in the background the entire time. Before I put on makeup, I need to put on my turtleneck because putting that thing on with makeup on is a bad idea. I'll be right back. We'll get to the makeup eventually, I swear. Maybe. I'm born. The sweater is too small. My belly is just hanging out. I've already done my skincare, serum, moisturizer, sunscreen, all the good stuff. I'm going to prime with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I've been like really packing this on, and I feel like you can't use too much. Apparently one of Marilyn Monroe's beauty secrets was to apply a layer of Vaseline under her foundation. I had a great aunt once who was up there in age, and she told me that was her secret too. Every night before bed, just Vaseline all over. It probably worked like a charm. It is glowy, moisturizing, it's petroleum, so it probably made the skin look really flawless. I am just gonna stick to primer for today. For foundation, I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr Hydrating Longwear Foundation in the shade 185. This makeup is pretty much just for the video. It's just for photos, just for fun, for me and you. And so I'm gonna go kind of heavy with the face makeup. I want a flawless base. I wouldn't necessarily use this much foundation for an everyday makeup. Sometimes I would. I love the smell of this foundation. Whenever I'm doing a look where I'm trying to look like someone else, altering the features a little bit with contouring, a really flawless, even blank slate really helps with that. I wasn't planning on doing like a heavy transformation makeup. I was gonna do like a Marilyn inspired, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be kind of an in-between. This foundation really does have a lovely finish, even with a lot on. For concealer, using the Fenty Pro Filtr in 140. And to blend it out, I'm using this Sigma 4D HD kabuki brush. I used it in an Instagram video a little while ago, and everyone wanted to know what this brush was. I had never actually used it for its purpose before. Well, I think this is its purpose. It seems like this could be its purpose, but it gives such a nice full coverage under eye. It is a little bit scratchy and pokey, not too serious, but it's not exactly pleasant. It's just the perfect shape for the under eye and the inner corner. I always struggle getting product there in the inner corner. That is full coverage today. Will there ever be a quiet day at my house? Probably not. It's also the perfect shape for the eyelid. You can get like right in there. Maybe I'll use this for eyeshadow. I finally cut open the net in my Milk makeup powder. Because I need more. Shh. I need to go move out into the forest. I'm gonna use another weird Sigma brush. This is the Edge Kabuki, and I'm gonna use it to powder. It really packs it on there. I can't breathe. My sweater is gonna be gray by the end of this powder session. This brush is kind of scratchy too. I look like a ghost. Let me know if you want me to come haunt you. I feel like my camera is not even picking up my features at this point because I am like a piece of paper. I'm gonna use a nice fluffy brush and take off some of this excess powder. We went a little bit hard, didn't we? This is what I look like after dry shampooing my hair in the morning. My sweater too. Whenever I dry shampoo my hair, there's always like a big cloud of powder over my head and I don't want it to go to waste. So I'm in the bathroom like trying to catch it with my head. Tell me I'm not the only one. I'm gonna powder my eyelids too. Now I'm going to contour with the Light Medium Contour Powder by Melt Cosmetics and the Contour Fan. I feel like my face shape is quite similar. She's got a smaller chin than me. I believe she had work done to her nose and her chin. She was beautiful before and beautiful after. In the Beauty Secrets article that I was reading by her makeup artist, they said they used to use blush to contour her nose and cheeks. This shit has been around for a long time. I'm just doing a little bit more contouring to my chin than I would normally do, just to shrink it a little bit. She also had a tiny bit of a dimple in her chin. I am going to be putting on a wig, but I'm still gonna contour my forehead a little bit. I think her jaw was slightly sharper than mine. Maybe not sharper, like her face is a bit more oval. I'm gonna shade under the nose in kind of a V shape, and then a little circular shape to make like a little button on the end of my nose. I think our nose is kind of similar as well. I'm gonna do a little bit of a contour down the sides. Not really to make the nose appear skinnier or anything, more so just so that it doesn't look flat because my face is such a blank slate with all this foundation. And then with the small brush, just gonna make a more dramatic cheek contour. A little bit higher than I normally contour mine, and I'll darken this slightly. I was gonna cover my eyebrows for this, but I think that I can make it work with the eyebrow I have, maybe. I'm gonna use the Sigma, what are you called? Light Color and Shape Brow Powder Duo. I'm gonna use powder to keep it soft. I'm just gonna comb them up and I'm gonna powder them in like my brows don't exist. I'm bringing this arch up nice and high. She had such a sharp arch on her brow. Her brows were much, much thinner than mine are at the moment. Maybe I should just pluck them all off. Just kidding. They probably wouldn't grow back. Where's my brow gel? Have you fallen? It was on the floor. I'm going to put my Beauty Care Naturals brow gel into my brows all over. And then while it's still juicy, I'm gonna use it to kind of put my brows into place. I'm gonna add some extra to this part of the eyebrow that we're not using right now. And I'm gonna really push it down, almost like I'm gluing my brows down. I don't know if this is gonna work. It might look a little sloppy. And then when that's dry, I'm gonna see if I can clean up the brow with concealer and kind of cover those hairs. My brow is still gonna be a little bit thicker, but it just didn't feel like a glued brow day. Okay, let's see what we can do with concealer. Looks pretty weird. It got almost too arched. Needs to be a little bit straighter here. We have to just trust the process, okay? Let's put a little translucent powder on this. I think this arch actually should have been closer to the middle of the brow. That's a little bit better. I think that this brow just does not suit my face and it's freaking me out. Maybe if I have another brow on, it won't be so weird. This to me is like a cone brow, but not for your boobs. We're going with it for now. I still feel like the brows aren't quite right, but we'll see. When we've got the eyes and the lip and everything, who knows? Maybe it just looks weird right now. Keep reminding myself to trust the process. Next time, we'll cover the brows. I'm gonna use the same contour powder for the eyes that I used on my face. I have been trying to replicate Marilyn Monroe's eye shape with makeup since I was probably 14. I had the Kevin Aquam book and it kind of explained how to do a Marilyn Monroe transformation. I think that book is what really made me want to pursue makeup. So I'm just adding a shadow to the inner corner quite high and then bringing it down for that kind of sleepy downturned eye shape and making a faux crease. The first time I ever did a full Marilyn Monroe transformation with the white dress and the hair and everything was when I was in grade 9 or 10. So 15 years ago. Crazy. Just using a clean brush to blend the edges. And then I'll use the medium dark and I'll just deepen that a little bit. Almost like we're doing a cut crease. And then blending again. Now with a concealer brush and some concealer, just a little bit of concealer, I'm gonna go in and sharpen this shape, but not too sharp. Not like you're doing a super glam cut crease. Just kind of sketching it out gently. Very little product, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna take some white. This is the Sugarpill Taco, I don't know. And that is gonna go on here. This white eyeshadow is pretty well the only white that I use. Also add a little bit of a highlight under our pointy eyebrow. Give it even more lift. I read something along the lines of she had her eyebrows quite arched like this so that her forehead didn't look so long. She definitely had just as many insecurities as we all do. And then I'm gonna line the eyes with the Milani Line Play in the shade Magical Night. It's kind of like a metallic deep gray. So to further this kind of downturned illusion, I'm gonna do my liner thicker on the inner corner and then thinner on the outer corner, which seems really backwards. Not like crazy thick, thicker than I would normally though. And then super thin on the outer corner. And then a little bit of a wing, keeping it pretty straight. I can see it starting to happen. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of shine to the lid. Again, I read that she used Vaseline for a little bit of shine on the lid. She liked her jelly. I'm gonna use the Olympic Super Shock Shadow. This is from the Raw Beauty Christie collab. I'll tone down that white too, because that's like really white. Now I'm gonna add some mascara. This is the Beauty Care Naturals Lengthening Mascara. Comes in my little holiday set with them. While my mascara is drying, I'm gonna go in with some of that medium dark contour powder. And I'm just gonna darken that inner corner and the outer corner. Now I'm gonna add a lash. I'm gonna use the Vincent lashes. These are by Melody Lashes and they're the Naomi Jean collaboration. So cute. I chopped off a bit of the inner corner and a bit of the outer corner, so we've got a little half lash. And we're gonna glue these a little bit too far over so they start to kind of fall down just a little bit. These are probably a little bit more dramatic than they needed to be, but they do the trick. One of the makeup artist hacks that they used on Marilyn was to put some white on the outer corner. Should have done this before lashes to make the eyes look elongated. I'm just using my jumbo pencil from NYX in the shade Milk. And it looks like she wore a little bit of shadow on the lower lid, just on the outer corner. I'll just add a little bit of that light contour powder. I'm gonna add a little bit of that white eyeshadow just on the inner corner. I'm gonna darken this just slightly, almost in like a straight line under that outer half of the eye, and I'll give it a little blend. Now I'm gonna add some blush, and I'm gonna use Sunstone from the Fairy Blush palette, and I'm gonna put it kind of right over that contour and a little bit on the nose. To highlight, I'm gonna use the Hank and Henry highlight in Nightlight. Guess what she liked to use for a highlight? Did you guess Vaseline? I'm not gonna do a super intense nose highlight, just a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit of this to the inner corner as well, and a little bit extra glow on the lid. And now we obviously need a red lip. I'm gonna line my lips with the ColourPop Bichette liner that needs to be sharpened. I can't get my sharpener out of the little like cubby that it's in. I got it. Her top lip is pretty straight across, and her makeup artist used multiple shades of red for a lip contour. I'm gonna extend my lips slightly to the outer corner. They're a little rounder on top. And then I'm gonna use this deck of Scarlet liquid lip in the shade Siren. And now the iconic beauty mark. I just put it on very lightly with eyeliner. I think I put it a bit too high. What have I done? It's gonna be okay. A little bit of powder. Let's try that again, shall we? It's like right by her smile line. It's like a millimeter away from where we had it originally. And now we're gonna put on the worst wig that I've ever had. I wish I had a decent wig. This looks like a hat. A hair hat. If my hair was just a little bit blonder, I would have just tried to style my own hair, but it wouldn't have been the right shade. It's not that bad. This has like 30 bobby pins in it. This wig is really killing my vibe. You get the point. I've got a rash from my turtleneck. I think we set out to do what we wanted to do. It's like not a full transformation. It's obvious who I was trying to look like. I feel cute. What do you guys think? Any of you gonna be Marilyn Monroe for New Year's Eve? Thank you guys for hanging out. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. I got lipstick on my hand.